Hello everyone, welcome back to another Russian video. This time we will explore similarities and differences between the Western Caribbean English accents. And today we bring some guests, so make way allow them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Anisha. I'm from Carn Island.
Hello everybody, my name is Wilford, I'm from Belize.
Hi everyone, my name is Derek, I'm from San Andrés Island.
And as you don't know, Derek and me are part of Russians, Martin. So, in San Andrés Archipelago, free racial culture share history with the wider Anglo-Caribbean. So we related. But then now, during colonization, they bring enslaved African to Jamaica. So naturally, plenty of a way tradition reflect that the influence. We can say then that we cousin. But when it comes down to pickings now, the only in here, that's our brother. Unfortunately, we sister from Bocas del Toro couldn't connect because of technical issues. But we here, Belize, Carn Island, San Andrés, and Bocas, we the one nation. We live in a different country, but we share history, ancestry, language, and culture. We the one people where we're connected by the Mosquito Kingdom. But that I want to pick for one next video. So make we just jump into matters right away. I want to share a good slide here. I don't know one tell we if you don't know the meaning of them the words. The first word, wola.
Yeah, in Carn Island we use that word. Referring to a snake.
In Belize we say, the older people they want to say wola, but the more recent generations they want to say ola. So sometimes we take off the W.
Okay. Understandable. So the accent they change little.
Yeah.
Yeah, in San Andrés, the word wola also means snake.
Right, so we're going to see with similarities there. Now, something I want to have in mind that say the spelling not necessarily be the same as back in a country. We just say convey through a Creole writing system in San Andrés. Second word, swanka.
Franca we use to on Carn Island. Referring to a little circle with a piece.
Likewise in Belize. Swanka, the wali bokotora. In Belize, turtle, the bokotora. Swanka, the li black belly bokotora.
San Andrés, we also use the word swanka as one little land circle. But what interesting I say, I know I always hear my grandparents talk about Bocatora's whole San Andrés. So I don't know if maybe that got anything to do with the same word where Brother Wilford mentioned. Maybe we should do some further investigations on that.
Definitely. Swanka, they not grow too big. The biggest one I ever see, they're like about so. They not grow much bigger than that. Yeah. And the middle of their belly, black. Now, you could call a person swanka too. But they're like one slur. They're like one derogatory term. You know why nobody call you swanka?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Next word, ishili.
Also on Carn Island we use that word too. Usually. Like a lizard.
We got a lizard here, what we call wish willy.
Okay.
And the wish willy, that what they refer to as the rock iguana. The gray.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one where we call ishili San Andrés.
Okay.
Black
So we call it wish willy.
Next word, bailo.
On Carn Island we use the word to bailo. Referring to, you can say like a rundong practically, but not with the coconut milk.
Boil up. That one of the ital dish where we got ital food, we call it. And mostly grung food. Cocoa, cassava, green plantain, turned plantain. Some people put pigtail in there. You got fish in there too. And then you make one sauce out of onion and tomato. And then you drizzle that over it. Oh, and then in boil up, also got in boil cake. Basically just flour and a little bit of salt. And you make it into, you knead the dough and you roll it off and you flatten it. And then you boil that.
Oh, so that sounds like what we call dumpling.
That technically the same way how you make dumpling, but how we make dumpling, we want to roll it thin and then chop it up. So once you call wrong like that, so that boil cake.
Okay. Well, so we got different type of dumpling. We got one where we roll, right, and drop it. I think they call that drop dumpling. And what you would refer to as boil cake, I think we call it dog-ears dumpling.
Okay.
Yeah. So boil up San Andres, just like Carn Island is a rundown without the coconut milk. So you got in cassava, you got in plantain, some people put pigtail in the fish. You know, the only difference I hear with Belize is that we don't put tomato in there. Like we don't make that sauce and drizzle it over it, but everything else I think is very similar.
I see Belize and
Alright.
put in it too.
What?
What's that?
Egg.
Yes, egg too. I forget the egg just now.
We can
And the
put
thing we boil up, that not like one soup. You know, we want boil the plantain, the cocoa, and the cassava, and the sweet potato. And then we will take that sauce what we make and pour over it.
we would call that more like one stew boil.
Okay.
Alright, next word. Ungle.
I never hear that word.
To me, it kind of sound like only.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we don't say uncle, but we say only.
Okay.
Like on this call right now, Anisha are the only girl.
Yeah, I know it as only to, but not hungry.
Yeah, well, San Andres, I remember growing up, I used to hear this word a lot. Now, people, to my knowledge, use the word only more. But coming up, we used to use that word plenty, you know. Like, for example, how the lady where not in here, named Martin?
Speedy.
Speedy. So, in our sentence, it will be Speedy, that the uncle's person not in here. So that word I know here used as much as when I was small, you know. People use more only than uncle. But yeah. People can recognize it.
Exactly. As Derek said, we use both words. They're interchangeable. So you can use both uncle or only. Next word.
Yes, we use that a lot on Carn Island.
It means you plural or you all. Yes, what I believe. So we Creole, song almost the same as the only one.
Yeah, so unless we use the word the same way, and just say, rephrase the sentence where Wilfred say, San Andres would have say, so we Creole here, San Andres, same as the Uno, Belize.
Okay. Next word. Anansi.
We hear it already on Carn Island. Referring to a spider, if I'm not making a mistake.
Anansi that the tricky spider. And in a Belize, we got two ways to say it. We will say Anansi or we will say Hanasi. So if somebody to tell you a story where you figure say they make up, you will tell them say, no, they tell me no Hanasi story.
Yes, and I just we use well, so I know Anansi is the mythical creature in stories where grandparents used to tell we, you know, and also some people use it as to refer to a spider. And also people can so when you tell somebody something and they figure so you tell them some kind of lie or some kind of story, then they tell you, so you know, not tell me no Anansi story. So it's very similar.
No. What the another way uno say children? Another way. Pick nene.
Like you speak in them.
Yeah. And Belize?
We say picnic.
Okay.
What time is picnic in there?
Okay.
Yes, and I just we also say picnic. What them picnic there?
Alright, so throughout the Caribbean I hear different variations. I hear picnic, like Carn Island and San Andres. I hear picnic, Belize, and I hear the Jamaican and say that too. But I also hear some people say like picnic. Now, these words what we just don't look pan, we they see the mosquito influence because you had words like Wola, Swanka, Ishili. They come from mosquito. But we also see with African heritage. We had word like Uno, where that one Igbo word for Nigeria. We had words like Anansi, where that one Akan word, Ghana. And Nyam. The word Nyam, where that one Akan, Fulani word.
I'm curious to know, either Anisha or Wilfred, use or know the word Nyam or something similar to it, and what it means.
Well, Carn Island, we will say yam like maybe, I can't say. Like we're trying to eat yam something.
Yeah, same here. Nyam means eat. And interestingly, you will find mostly in the villages in Belize still use Nyam. So like in the city and towns, we don't really use Nyam much like that.
Yes, and I think it's still used, right, Martin?
Yeah.
Whether in the town or in the village or anywhere at all, we still use the word Nyam.
Yeah. But maybe not as much. No. Alright. Now, the next part now, we want to say, we are showing you some sentence, I don't want to tell you what you believe they mean. So, the first one, I want to ask Anisha. The sentence that what you did they do, or what you did do they.
Like what you doing there?
Exactly. And the next sentence, I will ask Mr. Wilford, I want water.
It means you will want water. Either a water or some water, depending upon how the water they get served.
Exactly.
What? Impressive.
Yeah. So with the serious similarities right there. Of even the first one where I asked Anisha, I actually, because for them Creoles kind of lean more to English than for we. For we kids like San Andres and Belize, I would say more basilectal. But Anisha lean more to English. So that's why I asked her the first one we did they do. She probably wouldn't say that or won't articulate it that way, right?
How they would have said that in a Carn Island? Just out of curiosity.
What you did there doing?
Anyone on who answer? Either or either. Wanna hear that? Or what you mean?
I smile because we hear that a lot. Like if somebody they give you two options, like if they ask you which one out of the two things there to choose, you will look on it and tell them either or either.
Exactly.
it means that like whichever you choose, you come up to the same thing. Either or either.
Yeah, just so.
Alright, but this one I want to put it. Since him answer that one, you answer this one. Then they could run down worry over yonder.
Then
Yeah.
cooking worry run down over there.
Exactly. And what is that one worry?
Animal?
Like a wild pig, right?
Yeah.
Now we can jump to some local questions. Alright, the first question. Uno when no say other players they went talk Creole just like Uno. So make we start as usual with the ladies first. Anisha, sorry, but you're the lady or you're the youngest one? You're the youngest one. So you going first. You and Noah say, alright, you live Carn Island, Nicaragua. Of course you know Bluefields, Pearl Lagoon, the whole Atlantic coast, but outside of Nicaragua, you and Noah say they talk Creole.
Yeah.
Which part you think they went talk Creole or what?
Well, I'm not too sure about that, but I guess yes, you can find people who talk Creole. Maybe not like how I talk it or how you talk it. But
Okay. Well, you of course when Noah say San Andres and talk because maybe you don't know about Anisha and my cousin. Anisha and my cousin, you know, sister with a one family. We scatter abroad in different countries, but with a one people. And although we got little differences in accent, we understand each other. So we can say that just dialects are the same language. And what about Mr. Wilford?
Yeah, I know say that you got Creole in other places. I know about Bluefields. And a couple years ago, one delegation for San Andrés, one TV crew, me can do some interviews also. And then most Creole Belize know say that we connected to Jamaica too. Because from Jamaica, some of the African they may come to Belize. And then even after that, like in the 1800s, even up in the early 1900s, people still made come from Jamaica. They work in the banana industry and they work in the citrus industry. Yeah, so we know.
Right. And what about Derek?
Yeah, well, from a young age, I got a lot of interest. You know, what part outside of San Andres, I used to talk Creole because my grandmother is from Nicaragua, from Carn Island. So I know from a young age, you got more people outside of the island than we used to talk Creole. And through further investigation, I get to find out, it expands farther than what I did think, you know, like countries like Costa Rica, Panama, Honduras, even in the United States got a large Creole community. So as I'm going to grow, I get to find out about say the Creole nation is very expansive and all over the world.
Well, you see, through the Caribbean, you got different English dialects and Creole languages, but we're mutually intelligible. Interestingly for me, that we in the Western Caribbean, we where they connect, plus Bocas, Limon, and then we further distant cousin will be Jamaica, Caymans, Antigua. But when you go look further now, yeah, you start that little differences. Although we share history and we find some similarities in phrases and sayings, they're not as same. So people have to pay more close attention to can be able to understand. If they never previously exposed to maybe for example one Bajan, them probably no understand when them they talking after them dialect. So I want to know which Creole you think sound the closest up till now what you hear to feel no. And at least it can be between we and Belize or other places where you ever hear.
Well, to me, it'll be in between uno and uno.
You have to pick one between we and Belize.
I would say the one what you thought. Him one the more.
Okay.
And I say either between San Andres and Guyana. Because I hear so Guyanese people talk and they sound a lot like we, Yada Belize. But based on who they on the call, I have to say San Andres.
Okay.
Yeah, personally, I was surprised. Well, the first time I hear somebody from Belize talk, I don't figure out somebody from San Andres when they talk. You understand? Because I never knew the dialect we speak when so similar. I thought that was somebody from here. So I always hear people from Nicaragua talk, and I could have picked up the accent. You know, I say, okay, this person that's from Nicaragua, they don't use fe, they use fa. You know, say for me, say for me, or things like that. So I could have distinguished. But when I hear the person talk from Belize, I went convinced that somebody from San Andres. So based on that, I would say Belizean Creole is the most similar to San Andres Creole.
When we look at similarities between Creole, it all one depends on what you compare. If the accent, structure, intonation. So in a few country, you don't think the Creole the last, or people still attack it plenty, the youth then attack it? Maybe we start with Mr. Wilford this time.
Well, in a Belize, Creole are the lingua franca. Most everybody know if you talk Creole in a Belize, regardless of the ethnicity. Creole, Garifuna, Maya, even the recent migrants, Indian, Lebanese, Arab, Chinese, Spanish, everybody learn Creole. You know, might learn English right away, but the first language you learn to talk the Creole.
Wonderful.
So I like ask people, what language you think in? Most people answer Creole.
Wonderful. All right. And Anisha, you believe that's the Creole last, or the youth in attack here is strong yet, or what?
Well, I think it's strong yet because Spaniards that reach there too and like have children growing up there, them get into the Creole.
Well, I would say Creole San Andres gone through several periods. In the last century and in the early 2000s, Spanish had a really, in my opinion, detrimental influence on the amount of people in the talk Creole, right? At some point, they were even discouraged by the school them where the government owned and went talk mostly Spanish. Recently, a strong movement come up. They defend with the purpose to preserve the Creole. I would say Creole, when going on a hefty slope, San Andres, they converge to something different. I would call that like a Spanglish. But well, nowadays, one strong movement, one strong effort to do if you can preserve it.
And last question: what the Funo national dish, like a typical dish of Funo country?
Well, on Carn Island would be the crab soup or the rondon.
All right, perfect. And Belize?
The we national dish, the rice and beans, chicken and salad with fried plantain.
All right, stewed chicken, right?
Yes, stewed chicken. We also call it Sunday dinner.
All right.
Because in a most house, That's the way people they cook on Sunday.
Also the national dish, so Andrés and Providence. Excellence is rondong, but you got so other important one too. Crab soup, stew bean with pigtail is very popular as well.
Yeah. So Anisha national dish, she say crab soup. Crab soup is something we make traditionally too. Understand? Maybe we got some differences because them use the white crab, we got black crab and then but that is the same thing. And Mr. Wilford say stew chicken in call it Sunday dinner. And that's exactly for we Sunday dinner. For we Sunday meal or lunch. We got stew chicken, rice and bean, and potato salad. And we got a little fried plantain to the side. And I believe Carn Island too.
Yes. Either stew chicken or fried chicken.
Alright. So we see the connection, the similarities. But Anisha said something else. She said crab soup or rondong. And then on Ghana said there for we national dish a rondong. And I taste it for them. Carn Island rondong, Sarandes rondong, and that's the same exact thing. Carn Island then still got the privilege of them we see, so them still full of all kind of seafood. For them run down full of lobster, whales, all kind of thing. We only got to pick their accounts and fish. But what about Belize? We don't know none farm around down.
Tell me again what's our rundown got in.
Derek, explain what our rundown.
Yeah, look what you say we make bailo.
Yeah.
Okay, rundown now bailo with coconut milk in there.
Okay. We call that serre.
Serre.
Once you got coconut milk, that's a serre. Then once you got mashed plantain, like you take the green plantain and the turn plantain and you mash it in, you beat it in at the mortar. Once you got that, along with the serre, now you call it hudut.
We know
Garrett for that and make that too.
We never hear none of them term yet.
So we get as far as bailo.
We make crab soup too, but we got blue crab. So when the blue crab then run, we take the same kiss where we use pan the fire hot and use that to go catch blue crab.
Well, Mama, so we got white crab, blue crab, and black crab.
And what you call it kiss?
Kiss. That one implement you use pan the fire hot to move the coal and if the fire stick. Instead of touch it with your hand, once the coal, just the coal you remove, you will use the kiss. We make it out of the stem for a palm tree. You slice it, and then you put oil in the middle, and then you put it over the heat. And because they have oil in the middle, the heat will make it bend into two sides. And then so you hold it in one hand, and then you pick up the coal. Like on my finger there, that's how the kiss will open or close. But you control it with your hand like this. So when you squeeze it, you close, and when you let it go, you open back. And then you pick up the coal on the fire, and then you move it anywhere on the fire how to fire you want to put it. And so it was long, right? More or less your arm's length. And because you got a length there, that's how we make we use it to catch crab.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Another thing where we use to catch crab, that a hook stick where you use to chop bush with. Want to use hook stick?
Yeah, we use hook stick. And some people even call it crook stick here.
Okay.
No, different from the hook.
Why the crook different? Explain.
The hook that like so. And the crook that's so. Aye. But we catch crab with hand. We don't use none of the tools to catch crab with. Unless I see crab now, but then land crab, just got crab with a cocoa small or we bucket and fully.
Yeah, Carn Island will catch you with hand just a bit.
One of my friends will come from Gales Point, Malante, where we last surviving maroon community. He said the blue crab then grow so big there. Excuse me, that you don't need no kiss nor hook stick to catch them. You just shove your hand and make the claw over your hand. And the claw so big that the space in between it, Your hand fits right in there. Once you don't make that clench, you just pick them up and shove them in the crocus bag.
This is a brave man.
See what I say?
Alright. Now, in this part of our video now, we'll ask you to finish some sentence. So, for example, if I tell Derek, that one cut like,
What I say? Panya machete.
or if I tell him, fisherman never,
Selling fish stink.
right? So, I'll ask Belize first. Make us see if you know that one. Suppose, compose.
Mr. Joe Big Nose.
Alright.
Alright.
Iron Island now. If you can't hear,
You will feel.
Alright. Okay, nice.
you know, that's the way I want people.
We said I want to lead different.
How you say that
We
one?
say, if you can't learn with your ears, you feel with your backside.
Yeah. So some people don't hear say more too.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, but to me, we got the two versions. We got the two versions. Alright. Lastly, we want to know if we pronounce some words.
Alright, let me start. So, first word. Little.
Liquor.
We say Lee or Leo.
Right.
Second word. Here.
Here.
Yeah. Or Yaso.
Yeah, we also say yaso or I don't know, yeah. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, right,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
or right, yaso.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, the third word. Year.
Year.
Yeah.
Here.
Here.
Kia.
We got on to. We say
Yeah.
here, we say here.
Yeah. Me no care. Right. Something.
Something.
Something or something.
Nothing.
Alright.
Sorry.
Nisha, you want to say something? You know so on the front way too?
Well, me, yeah, but
What do you say, Karen Island?
something.
Okay.
Yeah, so Andres, we say nothing.
And then I would say nothing or nothing.
We say nothing, nothing, or nothing.
Happen.
Happen or happen.
Happen.
Gal.
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 Water.
And then I would say water.
We say water too.
Nice. Tree.
Tree too.
Tree.
And the last word, arrange.
Arrange.
We say orange, orange, or harange.
Some girl cannot pronounce it. Alright, in this section, we say maybe Karen Island and San Andres had more similarities in a pronunciation.
Mhm.
So the first words them Belize and the far different go away. But then after they start come back. So that's what I mean by say it depends on what way they compare.
Mhm.
And because pronunciation, Karen Island look the closest to we. But structurally, it seems like Belize is closer to we. Alright. So basically we can say we talk the same Creole. And of course we can find differences in a slang and twang and even regional varieties in the same country, in the same place. Because for example, maybe in a Belize accent, the accent might different from Mr. Wilford will correct me if I'm wrong, from Belize City to Belmopan. And if we go Nicaragua, Anisha, Carn Island accent might different slightly from Pearl Lagoon accent. And even in Fue Archipelago, as Derek mentioned before, Fue accent got some little differences with Providence accent. But are just different accents are one same language. So we come to the end of our video. And just want to thank all of you for make part of this and participate with we. And for you who they watch with from somewhere in the Caribbean, if you feel like you talk just like we, or at least you they fully understand what we they say, make we know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Stay rooted.